keeping on discussing how to create the community networks, I would like to ask to Nicolas, we can maybe share our, you have, Nicolas also brought toys to play. So they have done an amazing project together with also other friends and colleagues on how to build a router. Not only your network, but also your router. So the LibreRouter. So without any further ado, please, Nico, explain us how to do so.
Okay. So in the current book, we talked about the process to build this thing, the LibreRouter, which actually started from talks we had with some people in this room and out of this room, and it was initially funded by Frida, Kare is here, and it then got also funding from Fire Africa, and it's currently entering what we call phase 2, which is supported by ISOC, and it was a long journey to get here. With what I brought here is the last prototype. It's so this thing is the current version of the LibreRouter, which is a multi-radio router that is specifically designed for mesh networking. And the most important thing in this router is not just the hardware, which is important enough, but also the software stack. What we tried to develop with this solution, with LibreRouter and LibreMesh, which is the software that runs in this particular hardware, is for people with no knowledge in networking to be able to deploy their own networks. So the whole idea with this device is that people should be able to just take a LibreRouter, mount it on a pole on top of the roof, and as long as they have visibility to another neighbor who is installing another LibreRouter, then they will start meshing, and the village will connect from house to house. So this project involves the hardware part, it also involves the software part, and also a documentation section, because we found that it was also lacking to have easy documentation for people with no specific knowledge on this particular problem. So our documentation, it's also shown a bit in the book, helps not only with the technical stuff, but also with how to organize, how to start the community network, how to divide the work, different approaches to sustainability. So at this point in time, what we believe is the most important thing to do in the future, because we are having like a lot of demand. The router is not yet available in production, in mass production. We hope to have the first run in this next month, but we already have more than 3,000 units that communities have said they would like to buy. They are not pre-ordered because there is not a pre-order system, but we had a survey and communities said, yeah, we want lots of these things. So what we think is very important is to have a support system. And so the LibreRouter phase 2 is very much focused on this, on a support system that will help people not only communicate with a support team outside their community, but also to organize the support tasks inside the community, because from the work we do on the ground, we have seen that this is very problematic usually, for the people to organize how to take care of the different issues that they identify in the network. So the idea is that this will bubble up. No? Like if it cannot be solved locally, then it can be solved regionally, and if it cannot be solved regionally, then the external support will help. We call the cavalry. So, well, it needs to be short, right?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.